Hey, RJ. Can you hear me? This is my first time doing this, so I don't know if you can hear me. Hi. Hi, Rain. Can you guys hear me? This is my first time doing this, so bear with me if it's ghetto. Oh, it sounds loud and clear? Okay, good. I have my mic set up here. So I'm excited to be chatting. Hey. I'm trying to find some stock music so it's not just quiet in the background. Uh, let's see. Okay, great. I'm glad you can hear me. Perfect. Find the song. It's okay. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Alicia. I'm just trying to find some stock music so I can have like a little mood, a little vibe set in the background. Turn my phone off or turn it on silent. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes. I was supposed to start at 7:45, but I'm late, so yeah. Hi, hey from Germany. Where's everybody from? Hey, hi. What's up, Trinidad, Tennessee, Gulfport, Jersey, Georgia, London? What's good? I'm from Mississippi too, but I am right outside of DC. I've been here for like 15 years, so this is pretty much home now. So, hey from Maryland. I'm in Maryland too. Hey DC. Hey Dane. What's good? Florida. Hey, what's up? What part of Mississippi are you from? I'm from Gulfport, Mississippi. Um, right on the coast. So it's like 45 minutes or so from New Orleans. So I grew up with New Orleans culture basically. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Hey. All right. I'm trying to find a quick little stock song. Um, I think I'm gonna just have to go with this one that I found because, yeah. All right. Let me put this on. How do I make it repeat? Okay. All right. So happy Tuesday, you guys. Thank you, Dane. Thank you so much. Happy Tuesday, you guys. This is my first time going live on YouTube, so bear with me. I don't know what's about to happen. Um, yeah, the audio is good, hopefully, for everybody. And yeah, I just want to talk about something that has been on my mind for a while, and it's the things that I cannot stand about Instagram. Like, we all use Instagram a lot, people are pretty much obsessed with it, and it's really kind of taken over our lives in a lot of ways. And I don't know if any of you guys watch Black Mirror, but I feel like Instagram is like something that could be in Black Mirror, basically, like something that has truly changed what we do, how we interact with each other, the choices that we make, and all that. And I don't feel like it is inherently a bad thing. I feel like there are a lot of good uses that can come from Instagram. I personally I really like art. And so I find a lot of new artists through Instagram, all forms of art, dance, poetry, visual arts, performance art, music, everything like that. Um, and I just get a lot of inspiration from there. But then at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that's like kind of just crooked. Yes, it did. Black Mirror did predict so many things. Um, and so in this little live chat, I just want to talk about some of the things that I can't stand. And you guys can feel free to chime in. I don't want this video to be super deep. Like, I do want it to be light and fun. There are some deeper topics that that I might talk about, but yeah. So let's start just with some small things that I can't stand. One of the things that people do a lot is they do this whole like comparison game where it'll be like hashtag my life is better than your life, hashtag my vacation is better than your vacation, just little things like that. The one that I actually saw was like hashtag my husband is better than your husband. And when I saw that, I was like, why can't you just enjoy your husband? Why you got to make a comparison? You don't know what somebody else's husband is like, but it can really go for anything. Your relationship, your job, your car, your house, whatever. Why does it really matter? And I feel like if you have to make those kinds of comparisons, then you are seeking some sort of validation, like you're trying to get confirmation, like my life really is better, right? So let me put this out there. And that's something people do a lot. There's a lot of flexing that happens on Instagram. As y'all know, it's really like a highlight reel, all the things that are going on in your life, all the hey Eliana, um just talking about the things I can't stand about Instagram. Hi Erica, thank you. What was I saying? So yeah, I'm just talking about the things I can't stand about Instagram. This is going to be light. I was talking about just the whole comparison game and how everybody wants to talk about how their ex is better than your ex, like your letter X, as in whatever you want to put here, not X, whoever. But but yeah, people like to show their highlights. They like to show all the trips they go on, all the great places they eat, the things that they drive, the things they wear, and it kind of gets to the point where you can't tell if this is how people actually are or if they're really just doing this for the gram. Like, did you go on this vacation to Greece so you could really take in the history and culture and relax on the beach, or did you go because you knew you're going to get some bomb stories? So Erica says I agree. Yes, girl. Hey sister Soko, I'm subscribed. Oh, hey, Sister Soko. I love your channel. I love your channel. I love your locks. I would love to collaborate with you at some point. Your locks are so pretty. We can talk about that later. I'll email you. Um, uh, Alexandria, I'm the worst at vacation pictures. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking pictures of your vacation and sharing it because, I mean, you're sharing your life as part of your experience, right? But when you do it, and first of all, let me just say I'm not judging anybody for this because I do these same sorts of things. I've gone on vacation and I've done stories. I've shown beautiful places, all of that stuff. So I'm not judging that, but I just feel like collectively we're at a point where we're not really living. We're not really experiencing things. We're going places because we want to show that we're there. And meanwhile, we're taking 100 million pictures, trying to get them all right. Um, Mic is low. It's low now. All right, is this better? Can you guys hear me now? I hope so. All right, I'm trying to. All right, this is good. Okay, trying to find somewhere else to put it. My setup is kind of awkward right now. Um, All right, good. We're back. Awesome. Hey guys. Hey everybody that just joined. Farida says that's why I stopped following people who are making me feel bad about myself. Yes, that is so true. There are plenty of people that I have unfollowed, blocked, whatever, because they weren't adding anything to my life. And I think it's one thing to admire people and maybe get inspiration from somebody about where you can go, what you can do, all that stuff. But when it starts to make you question yourself, like, well, why am I not going on a dope vacation? Like everybody's going to, I don't know, Africa. People are going to South Africa. People are going to Ghana, and I'm going to North Carolina. Like it'll make you question yourself. But really, the reality is you don't see what goes on behind the scenes. You don't see the credit card that's maxed out that these people are putting these trips on, okay? And not to say this is a rule for everybody, but you just don't know what's going on and you just can't make these sorts of judgments about people and judgments about yourself based on what you see on Instagram. So that is one of the things that really frustrates me, and I have had to check who I watch or check who I follow because it's just not healthy. Another thing I can't stand is this is I feel like this is a big one, but the way Instagram has changed how women look at their bodies and really how men look at bodies too. But it's been the female body that's been objectified on Instagram. People are going under the knife for Instagram. People that have never even had tattoos before, never had any form of surgery. You probably never even had a wisdom tooth pulled, but yet you're going and laying on a table and getting your butt injected with something or getting your boobs injected. And let me say, I'm not opposed to all plastic surgery. I feel like, I don't know, there's certain, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that I would never, ever, ever get plastic surgery, because I just don't think that would be fair to say. 1 second. Lock Biker says, I share mine all the time because I'm proud. Me and my husband saved for our trips out of the country. And that's great. That's great. There's nothing wrong with being proud of what you're doing and wanting to share it. I'm just specifically talking about people that are like, look at what I'm doing. Don't you wish you were doing this? I'm better than you because I'm doing this. But back to the whole body thing, there has this year, I think between last year and this year, there seems to be like an epidemic of these butt injections. And I've seen people in public and I'm like, that, I just know that behind is not real. It looks like two big ham hocks stuck on the back of somebody's behind, and they got these little chicken legs. You got chicken legs and then the ham hocks, and it doesn't make any sense. It's just not natural. And I feel like this mic keeps falling. Sorry, y'all. But celebrity culture is really playing into that. Like people like the Kardashians, of course, who are just totally fake and made up Frankensteins, people trying to look like them, and they don't even really look like themselves. I think about, did y'all watch the Travis Scott thing on Netflix? I watched that. It was pretty good. And they were showing some private moments with him and Kylie. And as I was looking at her, I was like, first of all, she looks older than she actually is. I think she's like 21, 22. I don't know how old this girl is, but she looks a lot older. And I'm pretty sure that by the time she's my age, 33, she's going to be looking about 58 because she got so much work done. But she's just a prime example of somebody that has gotten all this work done, and they built this following on Instagram and built this. Yeah, the fillers, definitely. The fillers make her look old. And I think they make people look old in general. When I see people with those, it's like, you don't look younger, you don't look fresher, you look weird. You always know when somebody has had just an overload of filters. Hold on, let me pause real quick because this stock song is getting on my nerves. So maybe I can just like turn it down a little bit. Look at y'all's comments. Super stiff. Yep, super stiff. Naturally, Moni, I have two thoughts. One, I completely agree with what you said. And the other thought is men like it, and that's why women continue to do it for every single validation. Yeah. And I feel like the men that like it ain't about nothing. And that might be a strong statement to make. I don't know. Maybe that's harsh. But I personally, I don't respect a man that likes that. If you like this fake body, especially somebody like Kylie Jenner, we all know what she looked like before. We know her real self. And so if you like that new fake look, there might be something off with you. And so I just would not put a lot of stock in that person's judgment at all. And maybe that's judgmental. I don't know, but I don't care because she don't look good to me. And that's not something that I am aspiring to look like. And I feel like these girls, and especially Black women, we shouldn't be aspiring to that at all. Looking at some comments. Most annoying thing about plastic surgery has become so normal. Yes, it has become so normal. And yeah, normal bodies are unacceptable by society standards. It's so true. I was out somewhere and I saw a white girl with thin lips, and I was like, wow, those are like your ancestral lips. You actually have them. Crazy. Locked Biker says, oh, you can't hear the song. Okay, fine. Cool. But you say men do like big butts and can't tell they're fake. They actually don't care if they're fake. They just want something to look at. I definitely agree with that. I do. And it's just, I mean, I'm not a man, so I'm not going to speak to what men like or what men should like. I do know men like butts, but to me, like, I can just always tell if a butt is not real. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not the butt whisperer, but I know these things. Like, y'all know Kendra from, not Kendra, Kenya from the Housewives. Her butt is fake. I know that behind is fake. And it don't make me a difference either way, but I'm just saying I know it's fake because it's just big and stupid looking. C major, everybody's posing with their butts stuck out towards the camera, everybody's tongue hang out. Yes, everybody's trying to be sexy, everybody's trying to be noticed. And it makes me think, at what point is, like, at some point all that's going to get old, right? Like, gravity is going to start to kick in. You know, you're just going to be older. And unfortunately, women in this society, I'm not saying this is how it should be, but unfortunately, women tend to lose their value. Their stock often drops the older they get. And so if all you've invested in yourself is how you look, you're going to end up broke at the end. Maybe not like physically broke or like literally broke, but what are you going to have when you're 50? And well, I don't know. Now thinking about 50, like these Real Housewives and stuff, they're still trying to hold on to whatever, but just who are you? Who are you outside of your butt? Who are you outside of your lips? Who are you outside of your hair? What are you interested in? What do you hope for? What are you good at? What do you dream about? What difference do you want to make in the world besides just showing your behind, you know? Butt whisper, yes. All right, look at some of you guys' comments. Yes, you have to keep doing it to appear like you never did it in the first place. And that's how people end up looking weird and crazy. Definitely unoriginal and unauthentic. Yeah. Kenya looks like an ant. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's a good one. Thank you, Kendall. Thank you. Side note, it looks like an annoying news reporter sticking a mic in your face. So I'm going to try to move the mic, but I don't really have anywhere else to put it because I have this I moved my coffee table over so I can like prop my laptop up. Let me see. All right, can you guys hear me now with the mic right here? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, we're good. All right, good. So the reporter's mic is out of my face. Now, where was I? Where was I? Things I didn't say on my Instagram. So yeah, the fake butts, the fake bodies, and the fact that it's become so commonplace in our culture nowadays. And now it's like, if you have your normal shape, your normal body, your normal teeth, your normal lips, your normal nose, you kind of look like a before picture. And yeah, it's sad. What has this world come to? Another thing I can't stand that is kind of along those lines is the fact that people filter and retouch the bejesus out of their face. Like, I see this all the time with the little Snapchat filters, and it just makes me wonder, like, do people that are constantly filtered, at some point, do you leave the house and do people see you? Because at some point we're going to see your actual face, right? So, y'all argue in the comments. Don't argue in the comments, y'all. It's okay. Yeah, at some point we're gonna have to see your real face. So, maybe show it just a little bit. I don't know. Honestly, I have Facetune and I do use it. I try to use it very sparingly. I try to maintain the texture in my face. I'm in my 30s. My skin has never been perfect, so I do have texture. And then I break out, as you can see. So I will use Facetune to like very conservatively kind of mask some of those things. But there are people that I see that are 100% Facetuned 100% filtered all the time. But the funny thing is, I've seen people post, like other people post pictures of those people, and then you can see their real face, and it's like, oh, that's what you didn't want people to see. But some people just go really hard with that. Let's see. Naomi Smith, random, can you do a meet and greet in DC or Maryland? I do have one of those planned. Not actually like planned, but I have it in my mind to do. I actually used to have a meetup group that had like over 1,200 women at some point, but it just got to be really overwhelming. So yeah, I stopped doing that because I'm an introvert, and I guess I'm kind of weird in that I like to plan things. I like to go out and do things, but at the same time, I do find myself tired. I do get drained from having to interact with people constantly. And I just think that having a group of that many people that were relying on me to do something was just, it was a lot of work. And now it's funny because now I'm on YouTube talking to 13,000 plus of you. And I don't know, it's just different. It's different because y'all aren't all actually in here, and I'm not like talking to all y'all at once. But yeah. Oh, hey Norman, I do post videos. LOL, can't tune that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, videos will show it. Actually, I'm looking at myself on this because I'm using my laptop to do this, and I feel like it kind of blurs some of my features, but I mean, I do have acne. I break out, I have fine lines around my mouth. My skin has never been perfect, and it is what it is. And I honestly would rather have this skin that I have and just work with it with very light editing and all that versus like getting a bunch of fillers and all this work done, getting things pulled, and then I don't look like myself. Um, let's see. Locked Biker, your locks are everything. I know it's our talk, but I started following you for inspiration. Thank you, Locked Biker. And Pam Marie says your lock link is beautiful. And you, thank you guys. Thank you. It's really funny because I never thought I would be talking about my locks, but here I am. I feel like locks have been the entryway for me to really just build a platform and just to tell my stories. Basically, I never thought my story was going to be about my hair, but lo and behold, it is. So that's crazy. I'm thankful for you guys. Thank you. All right, I need some water. I'm hot. All right, y'all mind if I eat some popcorn? I'm hot and tired. I hope this is not affecting my audio. I'm not gonna eat it for too long. Jane, thank you. All right. Let me not try to eat this all doesn't move. Thank you, Lock Biker. Okay. Another thing I cannot stand about Instagram is how people kind of exploit your kids. Oh, ASMR, yep. Wait, hold on. Gotta be smooth with it. Okay. Let me stop. That's so stupid. All right. It is so hot in here. Can't think straight. Okay. I really cannot stand how people kind of exploit their kids. Maybe exploit is a strong word, but when people have their kids all dolled up, all dressed to the nines, edges slicked down, and everything, and they have the kids doing these photo shoots, I feel like it's a little excessive. I don't have kids, so I'm not gonna judge. Oh, I just like to be dramatic. Sometimes I do. Um, I'm not trying to judge anybody's parenting skills because I don't have kids, but I feel like it's a lot. First of all, Instagram is really affecting adults, really affecting older people who have the logic and have the experience to kind of like work through things and make choices for themselves. But for kids, it's very different. They're basically being told what to do, told to put certain things on, to stand a certain way, to look a certain way. And they're also watching and they're also copying what they see, basically emulating what they see. So they see the hypersexualization, they see that attitude, and and they imitate it. I don't know if you guys know the little girl Zaza. I think that's her name, but I think she was on the Ellen Show or one of these talk shows. And she was cute and sassy and all that, but to me, it's like, and maybe I'm just, I don't know, buzzkill, but it just seemed like a lot. It seems like people are not just letting these kids be kids. Last week, I think all the kids in the country went back to school, and there were so many pictures. And I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of these little girls, the before and after pictures with their hair. Yeah, kids on Instagram. Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah, these kids are basically getting pimped out. And so they had these back to school pictures where the before picture was like the hair was all slicked down, sleek, braided up, neat. And then the after, it just looked like it looked like them kids had been through something. Okay, them heads were messed up. One of the girls, like she had a little ponytail and everything. Let me see if I can drop popcorn. See if I can pull it up real quick. But yeah, basically the kids' heads were a mess. And it just goes to show you all that slicking down, all that perfection, all that time that people are spending on these looks. Kids don't care about that. Kids, excuse me, kids might like seeing themselves look cute, but eventually they're gonna go and play and do whatever, and they don't care about looking perfect the way some of these adults do. So, did you see the one where a girl came back with a broke arm? No, I didn't see that. My goodness, that's a whole nother level. It's one thing. It's one thing if the kid comes back with the hair all tore up, but to come back with a broken arm, we're gonna be talking to somebody. Then says it goes back to competition. It does. It does. And the idea that we're reinforcing competition in kids when school can already be so tough, I think it's unfortunate that we're doing that. Let me see if I can pull this picture up real quick. This group thread is so long. Okay. Oh, here it is. So, I don't know. Let me see. This one was hilarious. This little girl, here she is. She's all cute and styling, got an attitude, and then you see that poor little ponytail just didn't make it. And so, yeah, these kids, generally speaking, before they're influenced, these kids are not really thinking about some of the stuff that these adults are thinking about. So we need to stop trying to force that on them and let them be kids. I really post my kids on social media. Not all kids. My daughter wants to apply. I'm not saying that kids don't care about how they look, because when I was in 5th grade, actually no, even before that, I always liked cute clothes, and I always liked to express myself through clothes. But I just think some of the attitudes around it is just, adults can also impose some of that on kids. children's topics are important and people, they always thought that. But then I don't know. It's kind of a nature versus nurture thing because I have always liked things, as I said, I always liked pretty clothes. And nobody ever really, I don't remember anybody teaching me that. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's one of the things that gets on my nerves. All right. Let me take like a 10-second break. Eat my popcorn. Do y'all watch Power? First of all, I'm glad that they changed the theme song back. Because Trey Songz, that wasn't hidden. That wasn't cutting it. That was weak. But then, this past episode, this week, it was like Empire. They introduced these new characters. The editing, if you haven't seen it, I'll try not to spoil it, but the editing and like the pivotal scene in the beginning, that was really good. And after that, it just became a soap opera. Like the music, the way people were acting, it just didn't work for me. And I think it's good that this is the last season. They need to go ahead and hang it up. Yeah. Dog biker. I knew not to spoil it. I was gonna be nice. People spoil stuff for me all the time. I still haven't seen Endgame. People spoiled that. But I guess at this point, like, I can't be mad at nobody because it has been months. All right, let me get some water. Okay. All right. Another thing I can't stand about Instagram is people that are constantly promoting things, constantly starting businesses, and starting corresponding Instagram accounts. I stopped watching after season 2. Yeah, it kind of went downhill from there. Yes, grab your popcorn, girl. This popcorn is good. I got this from where is it from? TJ Maxx yesterday. Surprisingly good. But yeah, people that start multiple businesses, serial entrepreneurs. I really appreciate the entrepreneurial spirit, and I feel like I have that in a lot of ways. But I know people that they start something and they don't really finish it, and then they end up starting something else. They don't really finish that, and they want you to support all of that. And thank you. I love this top too. I got this from Forever 21. And yeah, I hate when people friend me to promote what they have too. Like people will start these businesses and it fizzles out and they go on to the next thing and they want you to follow them like throughout all these ventures. And I think we live in a great time for entrepreneurs. Like I feel like never in history have people been able to create things, produce things, and have them have the potential for those things to be watched, consumed, whatever, by millions of people. We live in a really great time if you're a creative person. But it's just, I don't know. It's just like when you see people spinning their wheels and constantly coming up with things and not following through on things, it's like, well, what are you actually going to stick to? You know, I actually had somebody contacted me yesterday about joining their MLM, like their multi-level marketing thing. And I was like, no, I just can't do that. That's not, for me, that's not the kind of business that I want to start. That's not what I want to be involved in. And it just doesn't fit with my values. And I'm not a salesperson anyway. So it's just, that's not going to work for me. But yeah, when people start this excess of businesses, because the thing is, like, starting an Instagram channel for something or Instagram page for something is not your business. Your business is everything you're doing outside of that, and you take all that to Instagram just so you can have a place to promote your stuff. But starting, a billion different pages, you're really just spinning your wheels. It kind of gives you the illusion that you're being productive, but it's really not productive. And it also, you could potentially annoy people by doing that. So it's just, yeah, this is one of my little pet peeves. Um, Cynthia King says, your locks look so thick. I thought you said your hair was thin. My hair is pretty thin. Like, relatively speaking, like, look at this one. My hair is, like, it's relatively thin, I would say. It is. You can't, probably need to see, like, the roots a little bit closer. But yeah. Yeah, so another little petty thing. This is all, you know what? Let me pause real quick. I feel like a lot of this is very negative, and it sounds like I'm just complaining, but I don't know. Sometimes people complain about things in life, but really none of this is like life or death. Some of these things that I complain about, I have done myself, and I had to realize, hey, that's actually annoying behavior. Um, So I'm not perfect, obviously. I can't sit up here and judge anybody. This is just all in good fun. Like, some of it is in jest, like some parts aren't really in jest, especially parts about like kids, and what's happening to people's bodies. But yeah. Um, Another petty thing I can't stand is when people take multiple pictures of themselves and they have to post all the pictures, like all of them. Like, I understand people got like, you got 1,008 pictures of yourself in your phone, 1,008 selfies, but you don't have to post all of them. Like, can you just pick maybe two max that you really like? Because sometimes I see people and it's like they have their phone and they're taking their selfie, and it's just like, okay, just shot, 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 shot. And they post all of them. It just doesn't make any sense. And then the crazy thing is, like, am I supposed to like all these pictures? Like, can I just like one? Does that mean that, like, have I fulfilled my duty as a friend if I like one of your 13 pictures? I don't know. Another thing I can't stand is, and this is kind of reflective of how we are as a society, but relationships are just not what they used to be. Relationships are very short lived a lot of the time. And so it's always just, and I've had to do this, as I said before, a lot. Some of these things applied to me at one point. Um, but when you're in this relationship or situationship, and you finally decide to post a picture of somebody, and then you end up having to take it down because y'all ain't work out, it's just, I don't want to say that I can't stand that, but it's just something that, I don't know, just things that make you go, just short-term relationships, and the fact that you have to get to this point. Oh, thank you, Locked Biker. Yeah, I'm glad I did this live too. I'm glad I did. I was tired when I got home from work, and I was like, you know what? I really don't feel like sitting down and recording a video, but let me try to go live and see how that goes. So thank you, girl. What was I saying though? Yeah, it's just sad how things are. Like, we can't, I don't know. We have this very short-lived record of our experience with somebody, and then we have to delete it because, they're no longer there. And I don't know. There's some people that I follow that were in relationships, and then you see the pictures are gone, and it's like, oh, we know what happened. Another one bites the dust, another millennial or another Gen Z or whoever. But really, I feel like it's kind of affecting everybody. I feel like even people that are in like their 40s or 50s are still kind of dealing with these short-term, you know, what is it, flash in the pan relationships or whatever. And I wish things were different because I want to be in a long-term relationship. And I was in a long-term relationship. I started to get a little bit emotional. But yeah. I was yeah. I was in a relationship and just that's gonna have to be another video. I don't feel like talking about that. I'm trying to move forward with positivity and grace. Thank you. Um, I don't know. Okay, what else? I can't stand how black men and black women roast each other constantly on Instagram. I think it's funny, but let me pause real quick and look at these comments. Naturally, Moni kind of relate. I'm guilty of loving pop culture. IG pages often promote toxic relationships. What do you think about those pages? Yeah, I don't really like those pages because they're primarily focused on how the couple looks together. And just because a couple looks cute together does not mean that their situationship or that doesn't mean their relationship is all together. Because I actually had somebody tell me recently about an ex, oh, you guys look cute together. And I'm like, that didn't mean nothing. That couldn't make him an honest person. That doesn't make him worth my time. Yes, he was cute, but I mean, what else? What else is there to really stick to? Um, so, uh, Alexandria Castillo, I've been with my boyfriend 5 years. Last time I posted him in 2016, we 100 we suck at social media. Girl, I think that's good. If y'all are happy and y'all ain't posting your stuff on social media, don't start now. I mean, I feel like people get in trouble in relationships on social media because it kind of like there's just a lot of expectations around it. And some people are like, well, you didn't post me. Does it mean that you don't care about me as much? You don't want to show me as much? I don't know. I think having a good relationship in person, in real life, is just exponentially more valuable than having something on the gram that looks good and you guys get a bunch of likes and then really like there's all this trouble under the hood. So nah, enjoy your life offline. Seriously. Um, what was I gonna say? What time is it? It's 8:32. I'm still hot. Um, but yeah, I was talking about how black men and black women sometimes treat each other on Instagram. There's a lot of roasting, and it's just kind of, I think it's kind of contributing to the disconnect that we have with each other. And for example, I was looking at a post that somebody posted that said, "Shout out to all the girls who still have their eyebrows after they sweat," or something like that. And I was like, that's just unnecessarily mean. And I don't want to limit that to only black men and black women. But a lot of the roasting that I have seen has been between black men and black women because, frankly, roasting is a part of our culture. Part of, I mean, I don't want to like speak for everybody, but at least where I'm from, like I'm Southern, roasting is a big part of your experience. It's a big part of how we connect with each other. We like comedy. We like to laugh with each other. We like to laugh at each other. And it bonds us in a lot of ways, but then it can break us in a lot of ways too. Just like, I don't know if you guys remember, this might have been sometime last year. There was this big guy. He was a pretty big guy. He was on vacation and he was like standing on the balcony and he had like an inverted triangle shape and he had a lot of bulgage coming out. And he had on these really short, maybe they weren't short, but he had on these swim trunks basically. And all these women were going in on him. Like, if this was a woman, y'all would be dogging him. And this poor man, I mean, this poor man was just on vacation and got completely just dogged out by all these black women. Um, and I just thought it really wasn't fair. Like, what if this was the sweetest man? I didn't know this man from a can of paint, but what if he was a really sweet guy? And what if seeing those comments hurt his self-esteem? Like, that's so mean. Why are we so mean to each other? I feel like we need to love each other better. We need to have fun. Like, we need to stand together and like roast everybody else instead of constantly just roasting each other. I'm gonna get off my soapbox with that. Um, But yeah, I want to see more love in the Black community. Instagram does show a lot of it. You can certainly find accounts like that, but then you can also find accounts where, they clowning people constantly. That's something that I just don't like. I don't like it. I want love. I want happiness and joy for all. Okay. Well, let's see. I think that's all I have. I really wasn't expecting this to go on for this long. If you were not here when I first started, this is my very first YouTube live video. I just wanted to see how everything is going to work. I actually like it. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy seeing your comments. They have groups just for roasting. Yes, they do. And it did start with your mama jokes, and maybe even before that. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to do this. I'm going to try this. Just another way to connect with you guys. Thank you, Cynthia. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it too. I have, except for the fact that it's just so hot in here and I have on AC. But maybe, you know what? It's probably these long sleeves. That's probably what it is. I really like this top. Um, so anyway, thank you all so much for being here with me live. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. Yeah, have a good night. Have a good Tuesday. All that good stuff. Be safe. And I will talk to you next time. Bye. Oh, please do it again. I will. Good night. Good night, everybody.